Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you're here. My name is Jarrell. I develop games for a living. I want to take a look at the new Avengers Doomsday trailer that just dropped. I'm a pretty big Avengers fan of the MCU. I've really enjoyed it. Over the past couple years, I've not been particularly enjoying most of the stuff that they've been serving to us, but hopefully things can turn around, and hopefully in the way that Thor Ragnarok redeemed Thor 2, maybe we can turn things around and the MCU can be good again. Let's take a look at the trailer here. Right off the bat, we can see the sort of plaque there, the placard for Xavier School for Gifted Children, and Patrick Stewart. So it looks like, obviously there's going to be some sort of dimensional shenanigans going on here. There's a reason why, for some reason, their worlds are crossing over. From what we know, the X-Men are not in the same universe or the same reality, whatever, as the MCU, so there has to be some degree of crossing over. I believe this is Doom here with the green hood and the armor. We got the big round buttons. Now there's an accent on the voice here. It's trying to sound like some kind of Eastern accent, but I think that might be Robert Downey Jr.'s voice. So he's speaking as Doom. It's possible, yeah. This makes me feel some degree of excitement for the upcoming this film. We have the Avengers Tower with the nice big logo there. And now we hear Thor speaking. So we have the Fantastic Four. So they are with Thor. So obviously they are somehow crossed universes, or realities, or whatever we're calling it. And we have... see, I feel so weird. I feel weird. I want to call him Falcon, but he's Captain America now. But that just feels... It just feels weird. You know what I mean? So we have Captain America, we have Bucky, and we have Ant-Man. So I'm just trying to consider that they generally don't work together that much. All of Ant-Man's films, he's basically just been on his own, doing his own thing. He doesn't really participate in other films other than the Avengers films. So he's a very, very insulated character, which I quite like. It results in more focused storytelling that feels less sloppy. I really like Bucky, though. He's one of my favorite characters in the MCU. So let's see, we have the Thunderbolts here. Oh, I do really like the Thunderbolts character. I really like Ghost, actually. Ghost turned out to be an MVP in the Thunderbolts. I really liked her character arc, and it was so understated, but it was kind of... it was really only hinted at, but she was depicted as kind of a lonely character, and she really just liked the idea of having friends and not being alone. And there were multiple points in the Thunderbolts where she could have abandoned the team and not helped them and just gone and done her own thing, but she did. She didn't have to, but she went and helped the team and saved them on a number of occasions, and I really like that. I really like the Thunderbolts. I really like the characters. We have this hideous gaudy suit that I think is very fun. We saw it in the end credit scene, so it's nice. Who is this here? Oh, this is Bob. I think this is Bob. Okay, we got sandals and socks. You got the hair there, but it looks like that is Bob, and I'm just going to adjust the frame here. There we go. Now it fits better. Looks like we have Bob just here, just slightly out of frame. Okay, we have the Fantastic Four, and then our guys that we know very well here. Let's see. So his eyeball is sort of normal now, right? It's not a different colored prosthetic eye. We have Namor or Namor. This is a really neat outfit for him, but it's very busy. We have these faux scales here. They're not actual scales, just kind of made to look like scales. We have a separation of the material here, as we have what looks like black leather, but it's most likely pleather, cheaper, easier to work with. And then we have these arm scales, which is a different type of scales. From here we have the gold trim on the zipper, but it's meant to look like a zipper, but it's not actually a zipper. And we have the ridges and bumps in there because if you didn't have that, it would actually look kind of odd. The fact that everything else, all the materials are so detailed dense, and then you have something that's just a little too smooth and simple. This design is really sloppy to me. As a character designer, I don't particularly like this because we have way too many different materials with too many different textures and not enough cohesion. For example, I think I see a little bit of black leather here. So look at the shape. We have a shape here that it's similar to this black on the shoulders here in Windows. I told Windows to stop bothering me with alerts. We have the scales that are blue. We have these arm scales. We have these very different scales. We have these gold armbands, the gold, they're not gold gauntlets. We have the gold belt. So at least there is cohesion with the gold. But in terms of the usage of material and the way that it's all segmented and split up, it's way too much. So I really actually, the more I look at this, the more that I really dislike this character design work on that. Let's see how everyone else's outfits. I actually do quite like Shuri. I think she's a cool character. Ooh, I like this hint of turquoise. So if we take a look at her outfit here, again, this is very, very busy. I'm not sure why they're. I didn't come into this with the intent to criticize, right? But this, it's too busy and it feels very sloppy. So when it comes to character design, we tend to associate visual complexity and detailed density. We associate those things with power. And when you want to make a character look stronger, you make them more detailed dense. You have them more visually complex. It's the reason why One Punch Man is so appealing, is because he goes against that. And instead of being visually complex, instead of having high detailed density, he's just very simple and he just happens to be absurdly strong. This has it's cool, right? Oh, look at all the cool gold, and then now there's the dots, and then there's this splash of turquoise. It's too much. It's really it's too busy and it's really sloppy. But I also think it's cool. So there we go. Let's see here. So we have a moment where the Wakandans they appear to be at conflict with the Atlanteans. Is that what we're calling them? I can't remember. But we have the Fantastic Four here, and we have Namor on his throne of teeth, if that means anything. Okay, we have Thor and some sort of battleground. What are we looking at here? Is this like a Greek statue? Is this a naked statue? I see a leaf there. I don't know if they should if this is just for the trailer or if in the actual movie we're going to see some actual anatomy there. That looks like a naked statue. I can't tell what everything else is supposed to be. I don't know. That looks like a wheelbarrow. That almost looks like a part of some sort of vehicle, like a bicycle or... Okay, so we have Thor and he's encountering Doom. Is this the Doctor Strange mansion? I'm not 100% sure. No, I think it's the X mansion. Okay, so there will be some... The X-Men play an important role here. Okay, and we have Cyclops with his eye punching. His eyes are connected to a punch dimension that punches really hard. I'm assuming that as you get hit by they're not lasers, his concussive blasts, it's just like getting punched over and over again like that. I think that's what the logic is behind that. But oh man, that outfit looks so cool. Okay, here's an example. It's a good blend of simplicity, but also there's enough complexity in there in terms of the piping on this. So you can see a bit of piping here. You can see a breakup of the material. You have the cuffs here that are yellow, blue and yellow. Only two colors really. You have black and red. I think that's a red accent, but you have the black as an accent color. Very strong design work on this character. And you have things like the little pouches that help add detail, density, and visual complexity. The pouches achieve that, right? They help the character look more utilitarian, but also a little less boring. If you have a look at the way that these straps here catch the light, they are able to help the character look more interesting because you have different materials that are catching and expressing light and shadow in different ways. I think this is an excellent 10 out of 10 for me on the Cyclops thing, but I'm a big X-Men fan anyway. Gambit, always great to see Gambit. I really like Channing Tatum's take on the character. I think that the outfit is so cool. His portrayal is really great. I think it's perfectly fitting. Shang-Chi, I really like the Shang-Chi movie. Oh, he's got the playing cards, mon ami. I throw the cards. Thomas Middleditch, though. I really like Channing Tatum's. I've said that I like Channing Tatum's depiction. But I'm going to have to say my favorite depiction of Gambit is Thomas Middleditch in the Pete Holmes X-Men sketch.
What happens if you run out of stuff?
But there's always stuff to throw.
There's always stuff.
Yeah, and I got my playing cards.
Right, you. Great to have you on the team.
That was tough because, this is a new deck and they're all,
A little slick.
it's always good to work them in a little bit, throw them a bunch.
Favorite Gambit, hands down. Did I say hams? Hams down, like that. Just take a big ham. Thomas Middleditch is my favorite Gambit, hams down. So I just want to take a look at their fight again really quick. So it looks like they are in the X-Mansion. So something has happened. Why is Shang-Chi in the X-Mansion? He's using the power of his rings, and I want to see what kind of clash that they're having here. So this is interesting. It looks like the characters we know somehow end up in the X-Mansion. He blocks the staff that's been powered with kinetic charge and uses his rings to block that. Okay, do a sick kick. Actually, I believe it's the Falcon or the new Captain America. That's the sick kick character. If I were to rename Falcon, it would be Captain Sick Kicks because he has all the sick kicks. I'm very pleased to see Loki here. Really enjoyed both series. Season 1 and 2. Really, I'm very much looking forward to seeing how Loki plays into this. We know how he ended up in Season 2, but he's not where he is at the end of Season 2. He's here now. We get another look at the Black Panther suit for Shuri. Look, it looks cool, but now that I'm looking at it a bit more, this is a very busy design. There's these things going on. It's too much. The Dora Milaje, though, I think are really fantastic by contrast. I think they're simple, they're elegant, and this is very sloppy. Oh boy. But I do like the color coordination with M'Baku, with that turquoise there. Okay, so we have New Falcon. Okay, so we have Ghost, New Falcon, Bucky, and then 2 of the Fantastic Four members. Interesting, I think that's the first time we get to see New Falcon there. Okay. Oh, we see some stretching here. A little bit of stretching from Pedro Pascal. Let's see. Oh, we have the robot. Almost missed him. Just there. We have new Black Widow with the power of gun. Ooh, just behind her is Captain Sick Kicks. I'll be calling him Captain Sick Kicks from now on. But what is this stained glass window? Where are they in the X-Mansion now? And why does he have his hand stretched out? What is he... He's holding the shield, but why? That is interesting. I wonder why Mr. Fantastic has to hold down Captain Sick Kick's shield. And who is that? Who's that behind? Who is that character there behind Mr. Fantastic? I think that might be New Falcon. And I'm kind of amped that we get to see Mystique again. Okay, she turns into Black Widow, and now there's 2 new Black Widows. Okay, we get Magneto, and Professor Xavier. Okay, we have Ant-Man and his daughter. I think that's Cassie. Okay. Johnny Storm. Now there's appears to be some kind of bright light behind them, possibly some kind of explosion. We have big tidal waves. What's holding back the tidal waves? Interesting. Is Invisible Woman using her powers to hold back the tidal waves, the water? Okay. I do like the movements synced up with the music here. Captain Sick Kicks looking cool as ever. Very, very cool. We got like a forward aerial somersault, almost like a bee twist, or butterfly twist, is that what they call it? Very cool superhero landing from Gambit, Mon Ami. We have the shot that... Oh, hey, there's some giant things walking in the background. Have a look at that. So I don't know if those are... I don't know what those are. I'm not going to guess because I don't know. I don't know any leaks. I don't know what they're supposed to be. So who knows what those are. But we have Cyclops sending out all kinds of punch beams from his eyeballs connected to the punch dimension. Doing a big energy field, I suppose. Is that what she's doing? Big energy field? Okay, we have Namor, who uses his tiny little wings on his little feet to fly. So I guess those are working again. Okay. And this is interesting to me because we don't like the Atlanteans or whatever they're supposed to be. The way that they're portrayed in the previous film, they are not likable. They're not really sympathetic. I personally didn't find a reason to like this character or his cause or his people. They were very antagonistic, and we have no reason to like them. And there was very little charisma from them, so I'm wondering how they are going to make them likable, and I trust that the writers will find some way to make those characters likable for us to sympathize with them and want to view them as protagonists. We enjoy a good change of heart. For example, Nebula in the first Guardians of the Galaxy, totally unlikable. We are meant to strongly dislike that character. We don't like her at all. We have no reason to like Nebula. And then by the end of Guardians of the Galaxy, she's become my favorite Guardian because she's just a great character. She had a change of heart. She had character development. And I'm hoping that with Namor and the Atlanteans, we get that kind of character development. So you do a big jump, big attack from Thor, and Doom blocks it with just 2 fingers. Now, technically, this is not a good way to attack. You want to derive your force by keeping your feet planted firmly on the ground so you can impart force upon the axe. So jumping does not help. We haven't seen Thor's daughter, which is interesting. So I wonder what the situation with that is, because he's taking care of Love now, I think is her name. This is such a weird CGI pose, though. This doesn't feel like a pose that a human would do. You know what I mean? It feels like a very awkward keyframing type animation, very stiff. Okay. We get a big hit. We have interesting digital chromatic aberration there. A big lightning hit, and it's blocked. Neat. I wonder what these symbols mean on that. Okay. Can we recognize that this is Robert Downey Jr.? The mask looks great. I think it looks very good. His eyes are kind of green, though. Interesting. I wonder if they're wearing contacts or digitally enhanced. And here we have the big dramatic moment where we reveal... Very cool. I really like that moment. Very cool. It's satisfying to see what we like narratively. We like to see the characters that we know when they're supposed to be a team, when they're supposed to be together. We like seeing those characters together. When you keep those characters apart, it builds tension for the audience, and then seeing the characters together again is a form of comfort, but also catharsis. It's very satisfying. I think there's going to be people that are upset because they're saying, "Oh, you retired Captain America. Oh, it's cheap. It's yeah." Well, you know what? Avengers, the MCU sucks right now, right? Let's be honest about that. It really has sucked over the past couple years. It's been hot garbage, especially when they produce things like Ironheart, which I tried very hard. I tried so hard to like, and I actually enjoyed Ironheart until it got to the last 15-20 minutes, and then it just turned into hot garbage, and I thought they wasted my time. This is absolute garbage, and a lot of the MCU recently has been like that. I'd say, you know what, if you need to cheese it a little bit and bring back the actors that people really like, then do it, because we need a way to bring goodwill back to Avengers, because the MCU really sucks right now. I'm hoping this movie can turn it around. I'm hoping the new Spider-Man is good. This is very exciting. I'm looking forward to this. Let me know your thoughts if you're looking forward to this. I'm interested to see if there's anything that I didn't catch that you think is interesting. Okay, take care of yourselves. Be well, and if there's anything else you'd like me to discuss or cover, just go ahead and let me know. See you around. Cheers.